That's right. I make awesome look easy because I'm Gregatron, and I'm here with another Transformers toy review for alphanerdage.com. This time we're going to take a look at Robots in Disguise, Transformers Prime, Bumblebee. I finally picked this guy up. Not because he's hard to find. They produce this particular toy in abundance. But basically he just wasn't a priority. Never got around to grabbing him. But I did today. And here we go. Let's take a look at the box. Typical Transformers Prime packaging. On the back there, nice little picture of him. Couple of pictures. Transformers Prime down there. A little blurb about who Bumblebee is. But we all already know. Here's his tech specs. Take a look at that. 10 encourage. That's right, Bumblebee. This little guy is one brave bot. That's for damn sure. Anyway, now I'm like a kid. I like to take my toys out and play with them. I like to display them, and I don't hang on to the packaging. So what I'm about to do is gonna upset a lot of people, I'm sure. But when I get a new toy, like I said, I'm like a kid, so I just like to grip it and rip it right into it. I don't give a fuck. And there he is, Transformers Prime, Robot in Disguise, Bumblebee, in his sports car mode. I guess they couldn't get the licensing for Camaro, but neither does Transformers Prime. But anyway, I mean, he looks pretty good. He's just a sports car. It's not bad at all. Rolls around pretty good, as you saw there, so it'll be fun to play with. I kind of like this. You can't really see inside the windshield there, which is good. One thing that does kind of bother me is the door paint and the paint on the hood there are different than it's a different yellow than the rest of the body. I'm not sure if that's really picking up on camera or not, but it's noticeable. Not terrible, but it's noticeable. See up in here, there's a little engine sticking out, and where did his guns go? There we go. And you get little guns that just kind of peg right in there. Not really sure how he's in disguise with guns sticking out of his hood, but whatever. I mean, it's still pretty neat. Anyway, let's get this guy into robot mode and check that out. Check out my new travel mug. All of your Marvel favorites. Iron Man right there, Captain America, the Hulk, the Amazing Spider-Man, Thor, or Captain America. Look at that. How sweet. What? Oh, Bumblebee. Right. Okay, well, there he is. Robot in Disguise, Transformers Prime, Bumblebee, in all his robotic glory. And I gotta say, he looks pretty cool. It's a pretty good representation of the show. I guess I heard a lot of people complaining about him in comparison to the first edition, but of course the first edition is going to be way better because that's kind of how they roll. But anyway, he stands really easily, had no problem with that. He looks good. The paint, the color differences between the doors and the rest of them don't really show up. Like, you don't really notice like that. He looks alright from the back there. All in all, he's pretty cool. The gun that I showed you before, it comes apart into two parts like this, and he can hold them if you desire. So it's like a blaster, pew, 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 pew. Or you can put them on these little holes on his arms here. So he's got these little blasters attached right on his arms. And honestly, I think like this, he looks pretty badass with those on his arms. Almost kind of like Wolverine, I guess. I just think he looks really cool like that. For a bit of a size comparison, I have here Robots in Disguise, Cliff Jumper, Transformers Prime Cliff Jumper. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Bumblebee's actually a little bit taller, even without this little thing sticking up here. But I mean, they're about spot on as to where they should be. I've always seen them as kind of like I don't really want to call them twins, but they're, you know, even on the cartoon back in the day, they both had horns on their heads, and they're very similar. This is part of the mini bots. But anyway, there he is. Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise Bumblebee. I definitely recommend picking him up. Not even necessarily to collect, but definitely to play with. It's a good, solid little toy, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And you should too.